the three things that I've been most excited for this year: Spider-Man 2, Spider-Verse 2, and Invincible Season 2. How's it going, YouTube? We are back. Season 2, Invincible, baby. Welcome back to the Bartender's channel, where we watch Invincible because Invincible is the shit and it's clearly something I like. Hi, if you're new to the channel, my name is Joe Sim from bartenderds.com, a little slice of life webcomic where I chronicle my life as a bartender, but when I'm at home, when I am away from the drunks, when I get to just be by myself, happy and peaceful and calm, I obviously make reaction videos, but I do little bits of this. As you can see, I draw something for every episode of everything I watch. I fall behind on everything because I'm watching this late. But in all fairness, my neighbor got a puppy, and that puppy has been like the sole purpose of my life for the last week. So blame the puppy if you want, but that would be your fault because then you're blaming a puppy, and that's mean. You shouldn't blame puppies for shit. We're on season 2. I never printed out the one that I did for Adam Eve. Can't really see it, but hey, yeah, that was the last one I did. I did that one for the Adam Eve special. Maybe I'll just print it out next time around. But as you can see, I painted and drew all of these. You'll be seeing something at the end of this particular one. Obviously, back to the show. We are starting season 2. Now, once again, I have been trying so hard to not read any of the comics. I've read all of The Walking Dead, but I've never read Invincible. And every time I think about this show, all I want to do is finish the rest of it. I want to just one day just sit there for like 10 hours and just finish the entire series. Because I'm on Twitter a lot. I see Ryan Otley, I think the main artist. Every now and then he'll post just a cool picture that he drew from the series, but like it's a spoiler. So, but I follow him, and Twitter knows that I like Invincible. So every now and then Twitter's like, hey, how about this thing? How about that thing? And I don't want to see these things. These are things that I don't want to see. Can I not see these things? Should I read the comic just so that I don't have to see these things anymore? So I'm trying not to because I really, really dig this show. I went back and I read the first couple issues just to see how it matched up with the show, and I think the show did it way, way better. So I am holding off. I'm going to do my best to not be spoiled. It's going to be tough. But I've been saying that I think by the end of this series, if this series can end as well as I've heard it end, this could end up being my favorite animated series America's ever made for sure. But maybe just series like Hannibal and Lost are still kind of like neck and neck. Like Lost is my favorite. I think Hannibal's the best. But Invincible, man, it's working its way up. I love the storytelling. I love the animation. I love the voice acting. I love the mystery. I love the lore. I love the deconstruction. I like everything about it, with the exception of the wanky CG animation from last season, which again I didn't care about. Which I didn't care about. You know what's funny is I'll actually even bring that up real quick. I'm gonna link to a video. It's gonna be down there. It's right here. One of my favorite YouTubers made a whole video. I think it was Pillar of Garbage. Made a whole video just being like, leave Amber alone. Like, get the fuck over it. Like, just get over it. It's really not that serious. And I wanted to do a whole video where I just talked about, like, she's a 16-year-old girl. It was like a 45-second conversation. It really wasn't like that serious for people to still be bitching about it a year and a half later. I agree with him. I agree. Get over it. It's really not that serious. I'm not going to draw her though. I will say that I found the majority of her character just exhausting, but she's barely in it. I don't care. Like, the rest of this show is so good Everybody else, Damien Darkblood. I shouldn't like the name Damien Darkblood. That should be the corniest shit ever, and I should be like, no. No to Damien Darkblood. I talk like this. But I keep talking about that Adam Eve special. I've been talking about that Adam Eve special and Kevin Molina Ortiz, the dude that I was showing the story. If you didn't watch the trailer reaction, I was showing the storyboards that he turned in. This fight right here, this is what he turned in, and it's baffling. I've watched that fight more times than I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of what fights I've watched American animated wise that I've watched as many times as that fight. The Agni Kai with Zuko and Azula / Aang and the Fire Lord fighting for the last time. Justice League for sure. I watched the Shazam or Captain Marvel Superman fight in the Lex Luthor city. I for sure watched that fight a bunch of times. It's not really a fight, but when Superman tells Darkseid the whole, I live in a box of cardboard, and then he freaking just punches the shit out of him. Not technically a fight, but I've watched that probably 800 times. I've watched a lot of the Rise of the TMNT fights. I had one of you even say that you might watch, because I was talking about how nasty the fights in Rise of the TMNT are, but I haven't watched any of them more than 5 times. I've watched I've watched this fight scene easily fucking 10 times. Because it's amazing. This is the fact that this dude worked on Rise of the TMNT is if you haven't watched Rise of the TMNT, look, I know that I've got a lot of videos and shit on the channel about it, so I'm kind of biased. I just started watching it for the channel recently. When I tell you that if you like the fight scene, if you like this fight scene, this dude worked on Rise of the TMNT. Rise of the TMNT has the nastiest American fight scenes I've ever seen. There's no comparison. Like Castlevania is a close number 2, but when I tell you the fight scenes in Rise of the TMNT, if you like animated fight scenes, Rise of the TMNT is for you. And that dude is in this show, so I don't know whether... Let me actually check. I wanted to see whether he was credited for the entirety of Season 2 or if he was just credited for the Adam Eve special. Known for Rise of the TMNT and Stardust Echoes. I have to watch Stardust Echoes now just because he was in it. Still, though, if they tapped him to do that fight, that means there's a possibility that they might tap some of the other people I follow. Yeah, that was just that. Fuck. Balak. That's funny. The NSFW artist that did there's not really a trailer, but a like announcement trailery kind of sneak peeky thing where it was Invincible and Alan the alien, like at like a burger joint, and they're just talking, and we're talking about the animation and how it takes a while. The guy that they tapped to animate that is this guy Balak, and he just primarily NSFW. And I'm looking under Kevin Molina Ortiz's tweet where he talks about these storyboards, and of course he writes, "Of course that scene was yours." That's funny, but that makes me sad now, because now if he's not going to be doing the storyboards for the rest of the series, I mean, I can't imagine how long that storyboard must have taken him. I can't imagine how long that storyboard went. Can you tell I like art? Can you tell I'm a fan of animation? Does all of this? Am I just like scratching the part of like the YouTube wish fulfillment that you've been trying to find? Like, man, I wish someone was on my level of animation and voice acting and artistry and all that stuff, because all these reactors, they're cool. They seem to enjoy it. They know who J.K. Simmons is. Maybe they've even read the comic. But do they give you the breakdown? Do they give you the awesomeness that I do? I don't think that they do, because like I always say, here at the Bartenders channel, I'm just better. And if you agree with that, with that said, it is like 5 o'clock in the morning, because that's usually when I record these, and I do have to work a double today, so let's get the show on the road. The three things that I've been most excited for this year were Spider-Verse 2, which was the shit, Spider-Man 2 for PS5, and don't know where the box is. I just beat it. I'm almost 100% of that bitch. Almost 100% of that bitch. So Spider-Man 2, Spider-Verse 2, and Invincible Season 2. So with this, I am sad that it's only going to be 4 episodes, but with this, it's been a rough year. This has been a rough year for me. So this is my comfort food. This makes me happy. This makes me happy to be back in my life. This is Earth. The little look down. All right, so Black Samson got powers.
Joseph is finally standing still, and I still can't see him. That's why I'm moving back to Moscow. Please.
Are they bringing her back? Why would they? I'm like, that's odd for them to have so much of her. Red Speedster, Red Scarlet. I don't remember her name or his name.
We need to get Earth ready to join the Viltrum Empire.
I have been spoiled that this guy's the fuck, I can never remember his name. Bobby Hill over here, Agent Coulson. Hey, you, Dad. I'd still have you. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Man, Spider-Man 2 and this, like, back to back.
I've been hit harder before.
This is the alternate Earth, isn't it? Just like your father. I saw that from the trailer. I can't tell if he's training him or if this is the alternate Earth the other guy is from.
You did.
All right, no. So this has to be the other universe. Dark.
Mortal your way out of that.
Immortal your way out of that. Evil Mark. Evil Mark. That's too funny. Immortal your way out of that. Uh-huh. What did I say that last time around? During the trailer, I was like, nah, this is definitely an alternate universe that the other guy comes from. If you think you can stop me, don't forget, I'm Boosh.
And if you still think you can stop us,
Just
don't
remember.
forget, I'm invincible.
Oh, they didn't do it. That's funny that they didn't do it. And they like specifically paused. They specifically paused because they knew you were waiting for it. I'm trying to remember who plays this guy.
Oh God, no!
They found you. Okay, cool. This is all from the trailer, so we're seeing a lot of this shit first episode.
Hey, Eve.
Hey, Eve. Dirty. Oh, I forgot that Amazon has the tell you. I feel like this episode, the line work isn't as thick as the Adam Eve one. Like, the line work is just a little too thin? I don't know. That could just be me talking shit. What are you gonna do? Get the fuck out of here.
You too will die.
Sure,
Yeah.
but you should have died at birth.
Oof. That's brutal. God damn. I would like to, like, I'm sure they'll probably show it to us, but I would like to see what made him switch.
I would never kill you.
He would.
I can't let you hurt anyone else.
Jesus.
She didn't leave you a choice.
She's not dead.
I paralyzed her.
Just paralyzed.
Gotcha. Fuck.
Practicing on those protesters last week. I couldn't figure it out. Hi, since you're all part of the resistance, we need to kill you. Murderers! Ah, a volunteer.
No, Sterling K. Brown. That's right. That's new.
What the hell was that? A portal or something?
Who cares?
Let's kill him.
Let's finish this off. I'm starving.
Creepy. We're gonna come back to that in a second, but I really enjoyed J.K. Simmons's. Hey, so you're all part of the resistance, so we need to kill you now. Oh, good, a volunteer. J.K. Simmons is like legit one of the greatest voice actors of our time.
Just paralyzed.
Oh, that face.
Huh. So that's what you were practicing on those protesters last week.
No, I did. I
Couldn't figure it out.
I missed that.
Hi, since you were all part of the resistance, we need to kill you. A volunteer.
He's so good. Hi. Listen to that hi. But I missed the protesters thing. That's so fucked. That's so dirty. Listen, ready? Hi.
Hi, since you were all part of the resistance, we need to kill you. Murderers! A a volunteer.
I feel like he's so sincere in everything that he just said there. Like when he says a volunteer, I don't feel like he's being like super villainy, like a volunteer. He's like, oh, cool, perfect. He's so good. That's so scary. Can you imagine these two just floating towards you? Like, come on, I'm hungry. Let me lower. Radiohead, Karma Police. Okay, so now we're back to our mark. I swear, man, they have some of the greatest. I love how, I don't want to say obscure, because Radiohead and Run the Jewels, like, they're not really obscure songs. But just when you think of like needle drops, like they choose such a fucking this fake ass rhino. Oof. That turn animation was a little rough. This is what you get. This is what you get. So are they just okay? So are they just sticking with CGI for the vehicles? Which again, that's fine. Vehicles are a pain in the ass to animate. I will never fault an animation team for CGI vehicles. I'm trying to think if I've ever heard this in a anything before. Like you hear Creep all the time. See, this is one of those times that I almost wish I wasn't reacting, because I really dig this song choice and this whole like catch up quasi flashback, and I'm losing some of the vibe by lowering the volume for copyright shit and talking the entire time.
I think we're both dying to get out of this house.
Are the eye lines gonna be a new? I would like that. Oh, they're already gone. I was gonna say if the no.
See you later, Mom.
You too.
Maybe they'll just put them in a little bit more. I like that it adds a little bit of like weathered, like yo, I've been through some shit.
I said I was sorry.
Get back from the door.
I don't want to eat that garbage. I want real food.
I want chicken pot pie. I want for someday to Amazon to credit me for that.
I could have torn your arm off. Smashed your
Yeah,
hand.
legit. Come on, man. But we didn't.
Instead, we barely gave you concussion.
I'm saying.
That means we like
I'm saying.
you. You're a friend. Did you? Oh yeah, I shit portals now. See you around, Pete.
Oh, that's still kind of cute though.
Where the hell are we?
No, he brought them to his universe, or one of the universes. Why make them climb? Why not just teleport them to the top?
My name is Angstrom Levy.
He is one of the best actors that's ever graced Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Let me guess, you can open portals between dimensions.
No, I was worried freeing you could be a mistake.
Still might be, if you don't tell us what you want.
Bitch, I just freed you. Who cares?
I don't hurt people. I don't kill people.
I still feel like Robot said the same thing.
Now, I can't force you to help me,
But I can strand you here.
but I will leave you here forever if you don't.
Okay, so I like that. So he transferred to another universe, walked over here, and then transferred back. Because that's how his power works. I get that. Okay, that's cool.
Can't imagine not ever seeing my dad again.
Jesus
my dad's
Christ.
a dick. I hear your dad was an okay guy, though.
Thanks, Todd. Mark appreciates it.
There, look it. Come on, that was super clutch. It's fair, man.
Not yet. I don't need your permission to be a superhero.
That's fine.
You know who else said that to me?
Oof.
I'm not my dad. I'm not my dad.
Telling you, man, this show hits a little too close sometimes.
This thing's still going on?
It's not going well, sir.
He has to be either an LMD or a clone. There's no way he's alive. There's no way he's alive.
And I want to be president of America and an astronaut.
Oh my god. Oh my god. How does that work? If one of her dies, how does that work? As long as one doesn't die? Or can one die and three take over and become the new one?
Rudy!
Aw, she saved him. Oh, he is in there. Okay, I forgot. I wasn't sure if he was remote controlling him.
I was all sweaty. Why are you laughing?
You thought you were gonna die, yeah.
Before all this was just a video.
Exactly.
Don't worry, you'll get used to it. Just like the first time you used the toilet.
That's awfully, like, assuming she was there for it. Like, that's awfully nice of her as a girlfriend. Be like, hey, you've never shit before. I got you.
I based it off your design.
Has he ever done?
All our problems. Famine, war, climate change.
Not really. I was looking up to see if he's ever voice acted before. He's done a couple things. Because he's so good. Oh, shit.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah, me neither.
Because you're the clone.
They don't have my ability, but they have something almost as valuable.
My brain. Oh, okay. So the one from the beginning wasn't the one that made the portal. Because I was going to say, he looked surprised.
Said I didn't matter, that I was a pet.
Legit, though, 20 years to hear you're a pet?
I'm fine. Really, Olga, I'm fine.
Get the... Husband just murdered, like, 100,000 people, waged war on Earth and called me a pet. Almost murdered my son by beating him to death with his bare fists. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Don't worry about it. Found out he killed all my, like, best friends for the last 20 years.
A change.
Nice entry. Whoa. Was he waiting for his cue?
Obviously.
You were. Just over there or something. It looked effortless, but I feel like a lot of preparation.
That's Jay Farrow.
What do you do?
I'm bulletproof.
I mean, other than have the most obvious name ever.
That's rich coming from a guy called Rexplode. You think up that grade school shit yourself? Or did somebody help you with that?
I came up with it.
Yeah, I figured. Come on, man.
He shut him up real quick. I saw Jay Farrow live once for the Patrice O'Neal comedy benefit in 2014, I want to say. He crushed it. Like, there were so many big comedians there. Jay Farrow was the one that I remember the most.
And like any problem, it needs to be fixed.
He's gonna, like, take out the part of his brain that feels fear. Have they not seen each other at school?
No. Otherwise, life on
Oh,
a
that's
horse
right.
is
She's out in the
good.
woods. But does she still... Is she visiting? Or does she still go to school?
So this is where you tell me how you are.
I feel like her hair looks more round. Imagine walking into this and you don't know what it is. Confused as shit.
Once we start the process, it's impossible to stop. Severe brain damage would be the least of
Oh. Where are we at? Halfway point? We're almost done. A little bit. 10 more minutes.
Spit it out, kid.
Okay, there's like a giant mechanical bunch of the same guys sitting on it, and some portals and the maulers, and
It doesn't matter. Just stop them.
hey, shut it down.
That's too funny. I was literally just saying, can you imagine somebody walking in and not knowing what the fuck this is? Please don't hate me, animators of this, but this is a mid fight. I'm sorry, you can't show me that Adam Eve fight and then expect me to be impressed by that. It's not that it's that's not well animated, because it's for sure well animated.
I won't build my utopia with blood.
Did he portal some people to safety? Are our maulers dead?
I guess you do.
It's an odd. No, go back. That's an odd. Like, here, hold on. Look at everybody's Amazon X-ray headshots. Look at Grey Griffin. Oh, speaking of Azula, I didn't realize that was Grey Griffin. For if you don't know, Azula, Grey Griffin. But look at her headshot. Look at her headshot. Look at everybody's headshot. Then look at Zazie Beetz.
No way, you first.
That's such an odd, like why that one?
Oh, I don't know if you heard, but I'm working for Cecil now.
So don't kill me.
I'll I'll be watching you.
I mean, your dad did kill him twice.
He killed so many. People I knew, people I loved. I won't rest until I've killed!
Cool. So now it's cracks.
Last time I
Yeah,
was
seriously.
anyone else ever.
That sucks, man. Because like he's gonna have to clone himself, then kill himself, then have that clone himself. Because who wants to live the rest of your life? I'm underwhelmed. I am underwhelmed. I'm not disappointed. It was a good setup episode. Introduced us to some new stuff. I want to see. Well, I guess the line art really doesn't look
To protect.
that much thicker. But yeah, the general like fight coordinate. Let's see. I want to see who worked on that last episode because those fight scenes were all mid. Oh, John Paisano. That's funny. Speaking of Spider-Man 2, he does the music for both of those. This does sound very Spider-Man 2-y or Spider-Man PS4-y. I feel like what's his face, Rafi. I feel like his voice delivery was a little off. Jason Mantzoukas. Sorry, I couldn't remember his name. Friggin' Ryan Otley's a creative consultant. Good for him. He should be getting paid. That's nice. You never normally hear about the artists being consultants or even like getting paid at all. But yeah, that was it was decent. Nothing crazy. I don't know why I was expecting some like off the wall insanity. That opening sequence was definitely the best part. Nolan, hi. That for sure wins my favorite part of the episode. That sucks. I was kind of digging his vibe, but I do understand that if because he did set that up. He said that in most of the universes, Invincible teams up and kills everybody. So having that many of him that had loved ones and friends and people that got killed in the process, all being put into your head, I can see how that would warp your, I won't have my utopia be bathed in blood. But I do like that they kind of, I don't know, something about the animation just seemed off. Like, it definitely had its moments, but like, look at this shot. Again, it's not something that I'm like talking shit about. Because it still is an animated series that is becoming one of my favorite series of all time. Like, again, it definitely had its moments. Because some of these, I don't know, some of the character models look off every now and then. I was trying to remember what I wanted to see back here again. I wanted to see when he smiles at what's his face coming in.
The Immortal's now in charge.
He had a very Avatar.
Turn things around.
Speaking of going off model,
And where were you?
this. That's like right there. That's not a mouth. Like I don't think we've seen a character's mouth get that wide in the show before. Like for the most part, their mouths are very real, not realistic. Well, yeah, realistic, proportioned. This was, I don't know. It reminded me very much of like Sokka. Like literally, I can't think of another time where someone's smiling was so cartoonish looking. I do want to know what Bulletproof's power is, though. He says, I can do everything that you can do. But then why is your name Bulletproof? And I did remember seeing somewhere that Arthur, I think was his name, the Edna mode of this universe, how he was trying to get rid of Bulletproof's costume on Invincible, and then Nolan was like, no. He's like, you can't blame me for trying to get rid of it. But he did shut. That's a hell of a, that's some big talk coming from a guy named Rexplosion. Shut him up real quick. But yeah, I feel like Eve's hair was more at an angle last season. Let's see. I feel like this didn't hit the way that it was supposed to. I'm trying to figure out what it is about this scene that didn't hit the way it was supposed to. I feel like it needed some really dramatic music right now. I don't know. There's just something about I feel like that scene needed to be a couple more sentences. Again, this is personal opinion. I'm not a writer. I don't know. I just feel like that scene needed a little bit something extra. Just a little something extra. And I did realize when they kept saying, when Rexplosion sees him and he goes, "Wow, I guess you really are invincible." Like that was the third time that they did it. So you knew that it was coming by the end. But I dig the crack. The crack looks cool.
I need revenge.
I want to see it again.
I need to make him pay. I won't rest until I've killed.
Also, let me hear Sterling K. Brown's delivery again. Because, like, I was saying earlier how Sterling K. Brown is such a good actor. But for the majority of this, he hasn't really needed to do anything. He just has to, like, he's got that smooth, just vibe, voice. So he just has that, like, smooth, "Hello, hi, I'm Sterling K. Brown. I'm so," like, he exudes suaveness. How about that? His voice exudes suaveness like default. So I want to hear him screaming again. Because, man, he really... Did you hear his voice when he goes, "Until I've killed"? Like, I
won't rest until I've killed.
You see that? Dude, when he says "killed," man, he really brought that. That's what I'm saying, is that, like, a lot of celebrities, well, not the celebrities themselves, but a lot of animated stuff gets shit on by people talking about and don't put famous people as voice actors, hire actual voice actors as voice actors. But I feel like they really found a good mix, because you've got Gray Griffin, J.K. Simmons, and freaking Kevin Michael Richardson, 3 like top tier in a million animated series. God knows how many that all 3 of those have been in. And then you've got Stephen Ewan, Sandra Oh, Sterling K. Brown, Walton Goggins. I will say Gillian Jacobs is an interesting choice. Like, for all the... Like, she does a good job. That's an interesting choice for celebrity voice actor. Because she's not like Stephen Ewan's on was on one of the biggest TV shows in, like, television history. Sandra Oh has been in, like, 2 giant shows. Sterling K. Brown doesn't really... I can't think if he's ever, like, starred in anything. I usually see him as, like, supporting roles. Fred Tatasciore. Like, it does a good... It's not just straight celebrities. There's a word for it. It's not inspired, although it is somewhat inspired. Character actors kind of type shit. Just, they've got a really good cast. They've got a really interesting cast. How about that? Easily one of the most interesting casts I can think about in animation. They had Clancy Brown last time around. They had Mahershala Ali. Who else did they have? They had friggin' Worf. He was Battle Beast. They had Jeffrey Donovan, the guy that played Michael Weston. He was the boxhead mafia leader guy. Zachary Quinto. Jason Mantzoukas is one that I feel like blends very well. Again, I haven't watched Big Mouth, but Jason Mantzoukas just has that, for sure, belongs in a cartoon voice. Kevin Michael Richardson, though, that guy is literally in every cartoon ever made. I can't think of a single animated series that at some point Kevin Michael Richardson doesn't show up. So yeah, a good start, a great opening, a fantastic, as good as this show can be. That opening was really, really good. Oh, that scene with freaking. Ugh. I almost want to draw that. It sounds depressing, but that scene of Eve paralyzed with the tear in her eye, man, that was powerful. Let's see. What are you watching right now? Because I'm trying to think of what I wanted to draw. I originally wanted to draw Angstrom, but he didn't really have any cool shots. There weren't really any cool shots that I was like, wow, that's a cool shot. All the fight scenes were meh. Like, I feel like that was the most well-drawn frame in the entire first episode. I don't understand why he took the freaking helmet off. That was just stupid. That's a stupid reason to have a bad guy. Because he took the helmet off because he was like, no, I need to stop them from killing Invincible. And then he takes the helmet off, kills everybody. Now he's like, I gotta kill Invincible. Meh. Plus I get to hear, hi. Ah, so that's what you were practicing on all those protesters. Couldn't figure it out. I hate that I can't do JK. I can only do his Cave Johnson, freaking J. Jonah Jameson. Hey there, how's it going? Cave Johnson here. I can do his Tenzin when he talks really, when he has this really, but I can't do his default talking voice. It bothers me. All right, so just to be depressing, here's alternate Eve crying because that was my favorite drawn shot of the entire episode. And we're back. Hope you enjoyed all of this. Hope I brought something more to the reactions friggin' section of YouTube. Hope all of this and all of this and all of this gives you incentive to do those things. And I hope to see you for the next one, which I hope has, you know, just a little bit better animation. I have been waiting for, like, again, you can't give me one of the sickest animated fight scenes I've ever watched in my life, and then decent animated fight scenes, but decent. All right, so here's hoping episode 2 is better. All right, see you next time around. Toothbrushes for Stella. Stella gets all the brushes, yeah. Stella gets all the brushes, yeah. Teeth brushes for Stella.